Hello, vinyl community. This is a video worth celebrating. It's crazy, it's hard to believe, but I'm under the year mark of since I've been back into vinyl and collecting it seriously. And this, dear viewers, is Vinyl Finds number 50. Oh man, it's hard to believe. And of course that doesn't include, the unboxings I've done and stuff like that, and a couple VCLT. Yeah, 50 Vinyl Finds. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, before I get into Vinyl Finds number 50, we are listening to a band I discovered on Bandcamp. In the previous video I actually showed how I discovered them. I was interested in looking for cassettes. I just recently discovered that in addition to looking for vinyl on Bandcamp, you can also look for cassettes. So that was pretty cool. So I discovered this band Paradise has an album called Void Weather, which is available on cassette. And I'm going to be purchasing it. Yeah, it's just $6. I'm not sure how much the shipping on it is, but we're currently listening to it. So it's Void Weather by Paradise. So that's pretty cool. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm really liking it. And I think it'll be excellent background music for Vinyl Finds number 50. Wow. Oh man. Okay. So, a very brief story. I went to the Pet Adoption Center. My plan was to pick up a few cassettes that I had bypassed the last time I was there, and then when people saw this picture that I posted, they were pointing out all these ones in the stacks that I probably should have picked up, but didn't. So I went back, and I turned the corner where the tapes are, and they were all gone. Every last one of them. Oh man. I think my jaw dropped. And yeah, so I was like, okay, did someone buy these for like an instant cassette collection or what? So I asked about it, and the manager explained to me that someone purchased them to use them in centerpieces for an 80s party. I'm just praying that they weren't destroyed in the process. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that when they're done with them, they'll donate them back to the Pet Adoption Center thrift shop. But I don't know. It's probably not likely. So I didn't want to leave empty-handed, so I decided to look at the vinyl. And I was glad I did. I found 10 really good ones. Two of them are really good, and the others have potential to be really good. Yes. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Vinyl Finds number 50. Alright, so, the first one, I don't know if it's pronounced Kaja, or Kaha, or Kaya. Extra Play. Not at all familiar with them, but it looks like a good 80s, maybe pop or something. Yeah. It looks interesting. So, and these, by the way, were $1 each. Now this name sounds familiar, very, very familiar, Dan Hill. But I'm not sure if it's the Dan Hill I'm thinking of, or if I'm confusing it with someone else, or... Anyway, it's in great shape, and for $1, yeah, I thought I'd pick it up. So it's Dan Hill, Longer Fuse, has the gatefold with the lyrics. Here's the back. This one, the band sounds familiar, Romeo Void, and the album is It's a Condition. So it sounds familiar, but I can't place it. But it looks interesting. So yeah, didn't hesitate to pick that up. This one, Storm, I believe it's self-titled. You can tell by the picture there, it looks like some hair metal. Or at least hard rock. I'm almost guessing hard rock rather than hair metal. Yeah, but not at all familiar with them. Storm. Here we go. This looks like an interesting one. Ian Lloyd. This is Goosebumps. Oh, I see. Nails on the chalkboard. That's what that is. I see. Ian Lloyd. Alright. I have a few of her albums. Way back. I had a bit of a crush on her. But Tanya Tucker. I think she's, you know, a little bit older than me, but that didn't stop me from having a crush on her. She was one of my ins to country music. I liked her music, even though I even at that time I didn't consider myself a country fan. I still don't consider myself a country fan, but that won't stop me from listening to country music, though, and enjoying it. So yeah. I think pretty much every genre of music has good music in it, so I don't limit myself by genres. So that is Tanya Tucker, Tear Me Apart. And that one's from, 1979. Wow. Alright, I have a soft spot. He's mostly known as a songwriter, but he does some singing as well, and that is Paul Williams. I believe I picked up one or two of his records in the last Vinyl Finds video. But Paul Williams, Life Goes On. Oh, I really like the artwork on this. That's cute. There he is, the man himself. Not sure when this one's from. I'm assuming the 70s. I think that's when he was most popular, in the 70s. Yeah. So I had to find that one. Now, I'm not really into compilation albums, but this is one I didn't feel like I could really pass up on. So it's Golden Platinum, Volume 5. You'll see some of the artists that are there. We have, sorry. Whew. Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Hornsby and the Range, Midnight Oil, U2, NXS, The Bangles, White Lion, the Georgia Satellites, Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers, Lita Ford, Robert Plant, Pink Floyd, Europe, and Foreigner. So I decided to pick this up. First of all, it's in great condition, and second of all, I think it's a good way to hear some of these songs actually on vinyl. Like Midnight Oil, I would love to get them on vinyl, so I at least have one song on vinyl now. Robert Plant, Lita Ford, White Lion. I actually have 2 copies of the album on vinyl. One from my childhood, actually, and then another one that I picked up in one of my vinyl finds. Yeah, so it's a good mix of music there, and to have them on vinyl is a bonus. So yeah, I'm really liking this music. How about you? All right, the next 2 are the big finds. Although, you know, people might laugh because the second one, for me, is actually a Grail. But people are probably going to laugh at me for calling it a Grail. But I don't care. Alright, but this one is not the Grail. But I'm still pleased to have it on vinyl. Belinda Carlisle, Heaven on Earth. I believe I used to have this on cassette, maybe? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I used to have this on cassette. So very pleased to pick that up. I probably had a little bit of a crush on her as well. And now for the vinyl Grail. And again, people are probably going to laugh at me, but this, along with Tears for Fears, this was one of my ultimate favorite bands in the 80s. Thompson Twins. Here's to Future Days. When I saw this one, I was like, wow, I never thought I would find them at a thrift store. So to actually find them was fantastic. And vinyl's in great shape. It's just a little dirty, but it's in great shape. So yeah, score for me. Anyway, that's it. Just 10 records. Again, we're listening to Paradise with their album Void Weather, and that's on Bandcamp. It's available on a purple cassette, apparently. You can also get the digital album if you don't do cassettes, but I do cassettes. Alright, well, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.